Little void. We are back. Mainly try to just get some momentum rolling again. Well, yeah, we'll go from there. Went for a pot of coffee to heat up. And then we'll continue on. So I was digging into some OAuth stuff. We'll reboot up our environment and go from there. I think we'll pick another room other than the Christmas room. As usual, I'm over here building a chat-driven avatar chat application. And it's evolved into all sorts of other stuff, but that's how we do it. Let's see, what about this one? That'll work. Oh, we're dropping frames. All right. Should be in shape. It's gonna take a month or two to build back up to where we were, but such is life. I'm here anyway, so oh, it's so weird. All right, coffee time. I think the ideal time for a stream is like 40 minutes. There we go. Back free half and half. What an absolute accident. What's the dog doing on the bed? What are you doing? It's in the 60s outside here today. Bloody crazy. I did pick up a wetsuit though, so we'll chance out the beach tomorrow. The air's warmer than the water right now. Wait, no, I got that backwards. The water's warmer than the air. Let's see. So we're just hooked up to YouTube tonight. We do have Kick and Twitch and all that. What I should actually just be doing is recording this stuff offline at this point. We've got tons and tons of footage of people using this system over the course of about 12 months. Everything from PSP to what you see on screen. And yeah, it would make sense to actually produce some proper videos of some of the stuff we've done over here. You can tell I'm out of practice. I'm not used to hearing and not hearing my own voice when talking, but what are you gonna do? All right, so one of the unfinished projects we had here was implementing local language models. So obviously we have the chat that drives the avatars and stuff. We also, you know, have like bloody OpenAI's whole shebang. But I thought it'd be fun to try and explore local language model stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to hijack this entire system that I've built already so we can feed it into local models. I haven't deployed any of these yet. So it'll be an experiment to see what that looks like. Try to minimize the amount of code that's been written to actually do this, because it's been a lot to code this. Let's see where I left off for local. Oh, that's right. We're going to try to make it so avatars can equip items with properties. Didn't complete that. That's fine. What are you going to do? I'm gonna have to flip this title back if I'm gonna wake up this audience. Let's see. I figured out how I was triggering all the plugins that I coded for items. So we have obviously the item system. So you can build your own little rooms, but we're trying to like reuse it with avatars as well. So I'm trying to see what I was doing. Probably happening in this render chunk. That's where the plugins are getting enabled and disabled. Title to render pool, so we have to look into there. That's where it's actually activating everything. Looks like I have a rendering property. What's this called? It's this old code. We're in here. Render next tile batch. Render next tile from pool. Okay, yeah, so if you look right here, we're actually activating items by activating the tile. So that's an issue because we're not actually attaching avatar items to a tile. We might have to change that. And that would also mean when an avatar stops walking, it's not teleporting back to wherever it was before. I think this render chunk logic, so it's throwing it off. Hmm. So I literally have a property here called add item to tile set as false. It's probably doing some weirdness. Right here. Well, that means that the avatar will have to be responsible for moving the item from one tile to another. Go to true. And then we go to hijacking this silly. It's a CRT and the desk still work. I think it might. Which one's powering it? This guy? Alright, let's try this build out. So it's triggering the light system, you can tell. Oh, it's not actually applying the light. Or moving the bloody tile location. $20 seconds a pop to rebuild this. Oh, it's still mucky. Let's investigate. So it's added 2 lights as well. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Let's see. Column is set to 1. It's row also set to 1, so it's not updating. It's also locked. Here. So yes, I'm not cooperating. Pizza instead.
At Hulanimayam0 says good morning man from South Africa.
Ooh, South Africa in the house. Welcome, buddy. We're going to test with a pizza instead. It's math random. I think I'm just making a dirty ID. My pizza, I'm standing on it. You can see its z-index is moving with me. As soon as I stop moving, it teleports back. So I'm calling a routine which is essentially stacking all the items. So can we move it around? Yeah, we can. Interesting. And it goes back. Alright. We'll switch gears. Switch over to Node.js for a little bit. And we're going to override our AI avatars and make it user local. So to do that, I had to write a whole WebSocket protocol in Python so I could wrap the local language model, just testing Quen tonight, and be able to put it onto the system. So all I need to do is when we're actually talking to our AI avatar is ensure that instead of sending that response to OpenAI, that request for a prompt, that we transmit it over a little internal bus, which is going to chuck it out as a separate WebSocket request to Python there. Let's just take a look at that as well. It's been a wee minute. Yeah, so I'm not that familiar with Python. I can get about in it. So that's where we're at. I think we have everything set up here. We're tying into little simple protocol. Everything has an action name or an event name and a data object. And that maps well
Said
for
hi.
JavaScript and Python. Hello, would you like to code?
At Gabriel Zov1 says hi.
Gabriel, welcome buddy, how are you doing? Hopefully folks get to see your avatars behind there. They are there. Oh, you're up there. Interesting.
Been doing good.
Right on. Coming up on a new year. Is it 2026? And what the hell? When did that happen? We are set up for PSP tonight, so we could do that. If any of you guys want to see that, we could always switch over to that as well. With multiple avenues, multiple things going on. I appreciate you guys showing your support to the stream. It's encouraging.
You did the Discord SDK integration?
You want to explain a little bit? Like, you can chat from the Discord channel into the stream. That's the main thing I have set up. I'll activate it if anyone's on the Discord. Into stream settings, to Discord,
I
start
suggested
connection.
the activities.
Oh, you did. I remember now. Oh, that's cool to see you back, Gabriel. No, I did not actually. But we should add that to the top of the list. Report my notes. I remember who you are now. That was a great suggestion.
Since then I had a crazy idea.
Oh, please tell. We'd be doing an embedded web app.
Will you implement area microphone and video chat?
Ah, yeah, that's a great question. So I do basically have that set up. Based on the distance, it can limit the volume of your microphone, if that's kind of what you mean. Sometimes we have folks come on and actually join me on these streams, but
So you can go close to someone and talk to them, similar to a call.
yeah, I like that. The key is figuring out a good radius for the tiles. So we have a whole chat system here, a voice system over WebRTC. So we can definitely build that out a little bit more. Also made it so people could come on and show their projects and include their microphone. I know
Check
it sounds
this
like a
out,
small thing,
work
but
adventure. Cool.
beautiful.
I actually need a tool like this, have 3 business models to apply this.
That's what I like to hear. But definitely a thinker.
I've been using the open source repo Skyoffice to develop this.
Hey, Office. Interesting. We're using a similar stack to what I am. React for the UI, Phaser for the game engine, WebRTC for the screen sharing. Yeah, can't remember, but there was a project that was pushed during COVID. It looked a lot like this. I wonder if it's the same thing. Let's see. Oh, they had a body pixel artist. How lucky. I'm using ancient art.
But my designer wants a isometric design.
Ah.
Like Habbo.
Understand. You can get away with a lot in isometric. Take a quick look at some of this code here. Using material. RTC is a B to get working properly. When you have more than just a handful of connections, you essentially have to form a mesh connection between everyone. And that's why I'm taking a quick look how they did it.
Very ambitious project.
Fine. I know a wee bit about that myself. well organized. Interesting. Global import.
You were planning to use this only for the YouTube stream?
No, no. The YouTube stream stuff came much later, actually. The problem is I build it as a sandbox, as a development experience. I've not attempted to build a business around it in any shape or form, which is very evident. But the cool thing about doing it with the YouTube, especially when I was streaming regularly, is I had so much feedback coming in as far as like what I should focus on building. Take a little look at the server stuff here. Oh, very small.
That repo is a base I was using.
It's always enlightening to take a wee look, so I appreciate you dropping the repo name.
I'll send you a screenshot over Discord.
Yeah, please do. How long have you been working on it?
I was waiting for my dev, but been exploring it for weeks. Yeah, I'm young, so
Reload real quick locally. You create additional. Curious how they got WebRTC to work just on HTTP. That's pretty fun. Here's my other character. Okay, so that's one of the things I was speaking about with WebRTC. You see this on this screen, I'm only seeing my avatar here, but on my original session, oh, bloody hell, I haven't seen both of them. Nice to know I'm not the only one that deals with that. There we go. This one, let's see, it'll pop up here. Yeah, so if you see that, now that I reloaded, it's formed a successful connection both ways. But one of the things I was mentioning with RTC is finicky. And I was hoping that these guys had it figured out, but some issues. Something to keep an eye on.
Oh.
WebRTC is immensely powerful, but it's not perfect. Like under the hood, you need to have all sorts of logic to retry connections. If one times out, reactivate it. Otherwise, you'll have people walking around trying to share screen and wondering why we don't hear each other. I know this because I've had people host these little development sessions with me in my system that I built. And yeah, so that's why I wanted to see the code real quick and then test it out, see how they handled it. So how big is the world that they built by default? Is it a world builder in it? Can you design new rooms and stuff? I'm wondering how they're storing these maps. I didn't see any setup of a database or anything.
Yet.
Where is the world builder?
But there is no in-game builder.
Ah, I see. We have all that done over here. But what I liked about this is it was super easy to jump into. Let's investigate. Let's see what they're exposing here, if anything. Yeah, spacers attached directly to the window object, so we're going to be able to explore everything. We'll be able to walk through all the scenes. Here we are, scene level, scene manager. It's like it's happening in game. Let's see what children are in it. 400 items, so we're loading everything at once. No performance implications though. These are just really fast. This doesn't really tell us much about how this has been constructed, but what we'll do is we'll backtrack a little bit now, some info. Plugins they're using, nothing. I don't see any WebGL filters either. It's funny how quickly I can navigate another FACEIT project after building this body thing. Let's open up in VS Code, have a proper look. Gabriel says, sure, last on, I don't know if you've seen, but I coded an iPhone app so I could do the avatar streams right from my phone natively. Push them right into YouTube via RTMP. Okay, here we go.
That's cool.
Yeah, I barely used it since I've coded it, but it's there.
Hey, what's your Discord name?
Just Kynto uppercase K. If you click on my YouTube profile, I think it's one of the first links. It might be the easiest way to get it. Spreadsheets. Here we go, map JSON. Yeah, you could definitely code a builder for it.
Accept my friend request. I'll send you a video of what I did.
Sounds good. Don't see any friend requests. Oh, there we go. No. Oh, there we go. All right.
I sent to CodeLock Mobile.
Got it.
Not much, but
Yeah, I can pull up over here. Okay, so I see this UI, it's new down here. Rearrange some stuff as well. Proximity chat. Very nice. And it's like a relatively clean code base. So not too difficult to add things, eh?
that's what I like about their repo. Everything's so clean.
Nice. They did a lot with a little. See if there's anything cool hidden in here that's not active. They do have a room builder somewhere. Maybe they're using what the name of it, tiled, to build their maps. Might be what's going on here. Let's see. Let's see if we can open up a map.
And if you compare it to the open source work adventure, ha 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 ha.
If I tiled now.
Two opposites.
Source work adventure.
They work with tiled, yes. Our dev doesn't want that. Asterisk designer.
How'd you find your designer?
What?
How did you find your designer?
He works with big creators in Brazil. He won a big event there in motion design.
Or how much they charging for this? What's this pricing model?
There is a open source of Work Adventure, that's the SaaS version.
Okay. Shit that. Let's take a look. Oof. It's already a little bit rougher.
It's a mess.
I don't have too much room to talk. My project's huge, but this is pretty crazy. Oh, that's always bad when you see giant switch statements. Express. Let's take a look at their package JSON. That'll be quicker.
Big mess.
Curious more about their website though, how they're actually getting people.
Prometheus is usually for graphanometrics.
I see. Yeah, I've never seen it before, that's why I had to look it up real quick. These guys also use tiled. Yeah, see, I prefer having stuff all editable online. So there's something here different.
We want to build a virtual WeWork.
Ah, I see. Wow, look how complicated the builder is. Some things you can edit in the inline map editor, other things you have to use tiled. What a mess.
Because right now, it's very difficult to manage big remote teams.
It's very true. It's mainly split between Slack and Teams. Teams is a mess. This is gross. But give them props in the
So
web
a virtual
settings.
office like this will solve the problem. And make everything funnier.
Petrov, you just got banned for spam. YouTube caught you. I appreciate you bringing this by, mate. It's cool to see other people building as well. In an ideal world, what I've built here with Kynto,
In your game, can we create our own avatars?
you can dress them up. And I have a pixel editor so you can create your own items and stuff, but
Cool.
dress your avatar. You can draw new items or modify existing ones. All these rooms are editable, all in game, everything, tiles, items. Items have effects, like this one's a light. Some are teleports, other ones are fire. All this stuff I pretty much built before I even started streaming any development. That's why we have like massive rooms.
Look them up, you'll like so work.
Okay.
Gather Town is pixelated.
That's the one I was trying to remember, was Gathertown. Oh, this is cool. I didn't know there was so many of them. Bloody hell. Look at this one, there's another one.
Those even have an app.
I had an app. I had a friend report my app and have it taken down, but it's built. This reminds me of Coke Studio. Did you ever see Coke Studio?
No.
Let's see if I can pull anything up. You're aware of Habbo, so you'd appreciate this. Oh my god, come on. Wikipedia has got me trapped. Coke Studio is built around like music, but it kind of reminded me of the vibe. This is probably back 2008 or so when it came out. Let's see, when it came out. Well, it was launched 2002. I found it around 2008. Oh no, I must have found it before.
Didn't knew.
It's closed in 2007. Shows you how early I was on this, because I was playing all this crud. There's a project that someone rebooted it. Let's see if I can find it. I built it as a web game. Yeah, my code, that was it.
So Habbo was born from that.
No, Habbo came first. So it was Sulaki. They created Habbo. They also created Coke Studio on behalf of Coca-Cola. Yeah, I think Habbo started with this game. It was called Mobiles Disco. And it started as a fan website for a band. A Finnish rock band, I think. But this is what Habbo started from, Mobiles Disco. This was coded in a Shockwave, Macromedia's Shockwave. You had to use Director, and the programming language was Lingo. It was pretty impressive, especially for 1998, which is when I think this was created. It was using sockets, but back then we didn't have WebSockets or anything like that in the browser, so they were literally revolutionary. And that's what the Fuse technology is. This is literally what bootstrapped Habbo.
That was different.
Yeah. But this is where Habbo got to start. After this, they seen that this could be a project of its own, so they created Habbo Goldfish. Well, they created Goldfish, Project Goldfish. That was the code name for Habbo. So it looks like Habbo, but this is before it was called Habbo. Still cool seeing it. Habbo was a very comforting game back in the day. You know, a Rage Zone. Kynto has a lore up there. You can find it to this day.
Now imagine a B2B collaborative, productive Habbo, and that's what we want.
No, it makes sense. Looking at their UI here.
Unfortunately, so work isn't open source.
Or the source code a little bit, at least what we can see in the front end.
But I know companies who are paying tens of thousands for seats.
Wow. need to open this in Chrome. It's like React though. Where do you see scripts in Firefox?
In the left side there are metrics, chats. Those metrics you can track everything about everyone. Chats work like Slack.
See that? Alright, let's go back. Brazil has a fascination with virtual worlds. I know this is definitely European countries that are not the UK and Brazil that love this stuff. They love it.
With metrics you can track how much time a person spent on calls, how much time been working, a lot.
Wow.
Integrations with Google Workspace.
It's still in active development.
I think they're in V2 now.
I think a little side project I'm going to give a go with Kynto is doing some programming courses in it. Teach people coding or how to improve their coding by
You can
creating
also
little
build your own
mini-games.
office.
Can I do that in this one? I didn't see. Let's do that.
In the screen share, people can design in your screen.
Interesting.
And you see it in your screen.
Like an overlay. That's cool. Oh. Well, this has been enlightening.
That's the most similar to what we want to build.
Yeah, because you've got the isometric perspective going on in here. You want to get crazy, build it 3D so people can use it in VR headsets.
Exactly.
My UI sucks.
Check out Discord. Designer sent that example to our dev. He did that in 1 minute.
That's very good. I think I want to make this collapsible so I could like overlay it down here. Let's see, do I have it coded as popover? I do.
Are you open for a possible collab? Let's talk later, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're on the Discord now, or added me as a friend, so that's good.
Are you using a specific engine?
I mean, it uses phaser under the hood, but everything you see has been built by myself. I also built it in such a way so I could switch out the rendering engine, because eventually I plan to move into 3GS. Even keeping it isometric, having a true 3D environment to render everything has some performance implications that are good. Biggest thing was building this in a way that is easy to extend and rebuild
Cool.
it without breaking it, if that makes sense.
And you designed everything?
I didn't do the art. The art's from my original game. But yeah, I coded everything. All the UI's on me. For better or worse. Oh, that's fine. What's this? Just, both these projects are using Framer to build their website. Did they create it?
Framer?
Yeah, that's what they're using for their CMS. I was just curious how they put together their website, because it's one thing to build a project, you still have to be able to lay it out well so people know what they're getting when they give you money. And they're both Soulwork and Gather.io are both using Framer, which is this project. DoorDash, SpaceX, 11 Labs, they all use it. Interesting. Much so does. They get you on the bandwidth usage. Bloody hell. We'll wrap this up shortly, but this was very enlightening, Gabriel.
I heard Framer gets expensive when you start using multiple locales.
Boris the Hammer Johnson, you just got the ban hammer. I have quite extensive AI filtering on chat, so that's why your FRUD didn't get through. Don't appreciate that here. Thank you. Let's switch chat back to subscribers only. Oh yeah, Framer's mega expensive, based on their bandwidth as well. They hammer you. Not cheap. How do I make it subscriber only again? I forgot. Funny is I've done these streams for a long time, but tonight we've had 2 people come and try the system a little bit. Usually people are pretty chill, but maybe they're antsy because it's the end of the year. Do I do this?
I'd rather use Directus or Payload for the CMS.
Yeah, I was just curious, actually, looking at some alternatives myself. Headless CMS is always good to go with. Looks like that's what Directus is. Let's see Payload. Both headless. Good choices, Gabriel. Payload looks interesting. Might look into this. It's open source. Open source. Oh, you're gonna get me distracted. Doesn't have to look into this payload real quick. Let's have a look. Project creation is on the. Okay, that's the posted. We want to do our own.
There's also StripEye.
Take a look at that as well. There's so many options. Tesco's, look at that. Oh, alright, I'll have to write some of this down because I have to do a deeper dive.
Payload is my fave.
Yeah, that's the one that jumped up immediately to me. Just set up our own MongoDB for it.
Hate to get stuck on limits and subscriptions.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to be able to take what you can and self-host it. Even if you're deploying it to, like, you know, Amazon or whatever, you want to have the options. It's fighting me from a port. Let's kill my project. I have to drop a Docker for MongoDB. It's expecting the database to be up. Let's leverage AI here. It has a Docker file right there. Doesn't spin up the database? What's this all about? It does. Interesting.
Do you like WP?
WordPress? God, before I ever done anything, before TypeScript was a thing and before Node.js was a thing, that's what I used to build sites in for people. You could use it to build like a headless front end, but you'd still have to do everything from scratch essentially. So what about you? What do you think of WordPress? It's already allocated. All right, let's bring down my server.
Bloatware.
Yeah, 100%. PHP had its day, let's just put it that way. And you can't even blame PHP for a bad WordPress as well. You can in a way, because they don't really make things obsolete. I'll start this up detached. Okay. I wish we were able to start it up. There we go. How does the admin panel work? Big CMS. Oh, island of it. That's very good.
I like to be efficient, using less for more.
A good way to be. And the company I was previously working at, they're paying millions a year to use some crappy headless CMS. They didn't even consider going with an open source option. Probably yes. Play with this CMS tomorrow because I do need to set up a website for Kynto anyway. I'm going to make it so people can operate their own streams in it, have their own avatar chats for streams. We need a website for them to do all that. There's settings. I don't really like the organization in this, but it is configurable.
There are some guys that can't buy a Ferrari because half of their revenue is going towards stuck subscriptions.
Yeah, I believe it.
What are you thinking about payload? Gotta see if it's a good option or not. I'm not too impressed with the admin panel here.
I'm sure that people have built extensions to it. Definitely save some time, but I just don't know if it's the right option. Also take a look at Strappy tomorrow. Try and see what the best options are. Contentful. This is the one that a company like to spend a ton of money using. We don't even think about self-hosting it.
Maybe Directus or Sanity.
It's funny you mentioned those both because Payload had a nice little page where they compare themselves to the other headless CMSs. And
All of them are headless.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. All right. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna have to drop off now, and yeah, I'll be on regardless. Build momentum back up with the channel, and we have to investigate CMS options here. Gabriel, it was a pleasure chatting with you, buddy. Go ahead and shut this down.
I'll reach out to you later. Take care.
Appreciate you, buddy. You have a great one.